Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel for another live stream as we review a 2-0 win. Yes, we won 2-0 against Barnsley at the weekend. It was a good performance and we deserved the 3 points, and it was an enjoyable game. And yeah, we're going to get into it and go through the key points as we always do on these review shows. But yeah, hope you're all well. And yeah, I suppose we'll just get into it in a moment. But yeah, it was a good game, wasn't it? I'm sure everybody will agree. And in the preview, we weren't confident, were we really? So yeah, we were surprised by this, but it was a big win. This we needed it badly, because like I said, we're on this losing run. And we stopped the rot now. So look, the big question though now is can we keep it? Can the consistency continue? Can we keep going now and be consistent? That's the thing. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the game, guys. Let me know your thoughts as we go along. Also, I will open up the show to everybody at the end for a little call-in part of the show. So I will put the link in the chat if you want to come and speak to me. I know people like to share their thoughts in the chat, but also equally, some people may want to, maybe come on and speak to me towards the end of the show to share your thoughts on the game. But yeah, we will do that like we did last week. So yeah, everybody's welcome, and yeah, we'll put the link in very soon. But let's say a few hellos first before we get into everything, guys. Joshua's the evening, Ryan. Hope you're having a great day and hope you're well. Yeah, big up to you, Joshua. Josh is in. He says, I'm back again, mate. Hope you're well. Big up to you, Joshua. How are you doing? Or Josh, should I say. And Joshua says, I was disappointed I missed a live preview for the game. I was out watching a basketball match. Yeah, it's no worries at all, to be fair. Obviously, I know everyone can't always catch the show live, but obviously, if you do miss the show, you can obviously go back and watch it on playback. So, yeah, here's one of those. And Josh G says, only disappointed from the matches that Hodges pops his groin. And popping the groin usually means a muscle tear. He's in Ireland for scans, so he might be out for a few months. Yeah, I mean, doesn't look good, does it? It doesn't look good at all. And Matthew, he says, hello, buddy, great win, mate. Yeah, big up to you, Matthew. Hello there. How are you doing? And welcome in. But we are going to get into the show, guys, now, because obviously, yeah, we've said a few of those. Like I said, get your thoughts down below in the chat, what you made of the game, and we will obviously get to those in due course. But let's start with the team lineup that came out, obviously, before the game. And this is how we lined up. Obviously, 2 changes made to the previous game. See Nigel Longvike and Hodge coming into the team. But yeah, I did like the lineup. I didn't have any complaints really about it, to be honest with you. Of course, we set up in a 3-1-4-2. Obviously Chapman in goal, Longvite, Pearson, and Spencer as the back three. Kasumu as the holding midfielder. The wing backs of Miller and Sorensen, and the two in the centre, Hodge and Wiles, and then up front we had Bojan Radulovic and Callum Marshall. So yeah, I was happy with the lineup, absolutely. And of course, as you can probably see there, Koroma didn't make it, and according to what Duff was saying in his press conference today, Koroma is due to be out for a month, so his back injury is quite, he's going to take a while to settle down. So we're not having much luck, are we, with injuries? And obviously Hodge, as Josh has already said, it doesn't look great for him either. Obviously he came off in this game and looks like it's going to be a serious one. He might possibly be out for a few months, but there is still a hope that it's not as bad as it looks. But I believe obviously the scans are coming in the next few days. Thursday, I think he said. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. But injuries, it's just annoying, isn't it? But yeah, but I did like the lineup, and of course Chapman, we expected him to start again, and Kasumu as well. We love Kasumu. Miller obviously starting, of course, and Radulovic getting another start, which for me is the correct decision. I said it before. Let Radulovic have a few games on the trot, and let's see what he can do. Because if you just change, bringing him in the side, bringing him out the side, bringing him in, just keep going in out, it's not going to help him. And we're kind of seeing, we are going to get into the game, but we're kind of seeing that benefit of keeping him in the side, because he's getting better by each game we've seen him. So yeah. Josh said, made sure to watch it on catch up. Yeah, exactly, mate. I appreciate that. Didn't have much of a problem with the lineup. Koroma's the back injury, so he wasn't available. Probably the best lineup we could have pitched. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree. MH is in, says, hi mate, hope you're okay. Yeah, big up to you. How are you doing? Fulton Matthews hasn't had a great game. Yeah, to be fair, he was solid at the back. I will give him that. Yeah, he was good. And Aiden's, he says, hi mate, hope you're okay. Yeah, big up to you, Aiden. How are you doing? Good to see you. My wonderful mod. And you just say, make sure to smash the likes, everyone, and subscribe to you. Yeah, big up. Yeah, please do, guys. Drop a like. Let's try and get to 10 likes by the end of the stream. That would be very much appreciated. And subscribe. We seem to be stuck on this 692 subscribers. We want to try and get to 700. We're only 8 away. Make sure you're sharing the channel with your friends. And yeah, subscribe if you are new in the chat this evening. It would mean a lot to me. But Ian says, what a performance from our Terriers. Absolutely. It was brilliant, wasn't it? We had something to shout about, as the saying goes. But yeah, let's get into it then, guys. So I think obviously we did. I think it was kind of a slow. We started okay. We certainly started slightly better than them, but we didn't really have much to show for it early on. To be honest with you, we did have a bit of early pressure in the first few minutes. Obviously, got a corner. Barnsley, obviously, the keeper for them punched the ball away from underneath his crossbar. Again, Ben Wiles, lots of space in that midfield to operate in between Barnsley defence and midfield. But like I said, there was no chance of note for either side at that point in the 10th minute around. Now, Barnsley did have a chance. Stephen Humphreys tried his luck with a powerful shot from range from the resulting free kick, and Chapman took no chances pushing the ball around the post. But then we did start to mount a few attacks of our own. Down the left, surprise, Miller involved in the attacks, as he always seems to be. And then Marshall crosses in, but he's dealt with by the Barnsley defence. So it was we were getting up the field, but just lack of quality in the final third being produced. And then, of course, this is our best chance of the match here. Great combination between Wild and Sorensen. Gets the Dane free down the right, pulls the ball back to Marshall, but his shot and then a volleyed effort from Radulovic are both somehow blocked. Yeah, it was the best chance of the match, and this was where we started to really put the pressure on when we got this chance. The chance that came from that, we were really up on it onto it. And then again, getting forward, causing problems. A great save from Slonina denies Marshall. He gets a good header on Wiles' cross from the left, but the goalkeeper pushes the ball around the post. So again, we were creating those chances time after time. It just didn't seem to want to go in the net. And then the 29th minute, again, another chance from us created. This time, a quickly taken free kick, slide Marshall down the left, and his pullback finds Radulovic, but his shot on the turn is pushed behind by Slonina. So yeah, the pressure was building. We were getting on top, and we really were pushing. But like I said, it wasn't wanting to go in the back of the net. Another good move, from us as well, down the right, ends with Spencer finding Wiles on the edge of the box, and his first time volley from 20 yards out isn't far off target, but not quite accurate enough. But it was a good chance all of it. It wouldn't build up, and we did look to venture in from that. Barnsley did have. Let's just turn that. Barnsley did make a venture downfield. They didn't offer much, did they, at all in this game? It's ended up being a looping ball in towards Cosgrove, but Spencer deals it very well and puts it out for a corner. And obviously the corner that they had came to nothing. But yeah, look, half-time came. And yeah, look, we were clearly the better side in the first half. We had that 10-minute spell where we carved out multiple opportunities, but couldn't seem to get the ball in the back of the net. And I must admit, I was thinking to myself, how on earth are we not leading? At half time, I thought, how are we on earth are we not actually in front here? And then, of course, you're thinking to yourself, is it going to be one of those days where we don't take our chance in that first half and it comes back to haunt us? Luckily, it wasn't that day, but there were a few things inside my mind. I think ultimately it goes back to the fact we had to be, sometimes you won't always get that where we manage to get ahead, but I think you have got to take advantage when on top, really, if you want to make sure you're going to win the game. But look, we played well in that first half. We did well, but we just didn't score, which is what it's all about, of course. Matthew says, smash the like, mate. Big up, thank you very much. I appreciate that. When we have these chances, I was just thinking, I just took these chances open to the waist. Yeah, literally, that's what I've literally just said in my own words. Yeah. No, I was fearing that, we were creating some good chances, but then, second half, you just never know what's going to happen. And they can regroup and, you know what I mean? So I do get what you're saying. Blue Terry says, first half we did everything but score, absolutely. Now, we did start the second half well, didn't we, actually, to be honest with you? I'm just going to... This was a big chance the second half. So close. Sorensen wins the header from Chapman's big ball forward, and Radulovic gets between the two centre backs, only to hook the ball inches over the bar. It was a massive chance. This, and yeah, we were a bit like, yeah, again, started the second half very well, but still couldn't find the back of the net. It was kind of getting to me a little bit, but. Then the pressure continued to build. Obviously, won a series of corners. We had loads of corners in this game, by the way. We're going to get the stats up at the end, but we had loads of corners in this game. But again, Barnsley, they did defend their box well at times. You know, they're a very tall side, aren't they, Barnsley? That's what I recognised. I thought it was never going to be easy. I just felt like if we just kept going, I felt like the breakthrough would come. But it wasn't easy because, like I said, they have got tall centre halves. You know, they're a physical side. So yeah, we needed to do well with the crosses because we're not really a tall side, are we? To be honest with you, and yeah. Now the third attempt at goal this half from Barnsley came when Humphrey's shot from range is driven awkwardly wide, so they were getting the odd chance, but they weren't really big chances. They weren't clear-cut chances. Miller's cross is cleared behind by defender Roberts for our latest corner, but again, just couldn't make the most of it. But we were still making those. We were still on the front foot. And then, of course, this big talking point of the match as well, by the way, where, not this one, this, how awful, how pathetic was this? Fabio Giallo is booked for simulation, trying to win a penalty. He dived, he looked to try and buy the penalty. The referee didn't fall for it, thankfully, and he did get booked for it, rightly so. I thought that was very embarrassing how they tried to cheat their way to a goal. And you never like to see that. So yeah, that was a horrible dive from Giallo in the penalty area, trying to buy a penalty. But yeah, I'm glad he got booked for that. We did make a few changes. One was enforced. So Joe Hodge had to come off, which obviously looks like he's gonna. You have to fear the worst now at this point. I think when it is a groin injury, if he's teared something, it's gonna be months. So I've got a very bad feeling about that. Obviously, we'll see over the coming days if it is really bad. But it doesn't look great at all, does it? And obviously Bojan came off. He was tiring at this point. Herbie Kane and Freddie Ladapo came onto the pitch in the 71st minute. Barnsley had their next chance here as Cosgrove volleyed powerfully towards goal from a Mark Roberts knockdown, but the ball arrowed just over. But then here we are. We finally broke the deadlock. Ben Wiles getting on the score sheet in the 83rd minute. More on the goal. Herbie Kane did really well, didn't he? Playing a 1-2 to find space in the right before pulling the ball to the edge of the box. And of course, Wiles was there, takes a touch to steady himself before firing across the goalkeeper brilliantly. It was a good strike. It was a good ball in, a good direction to the pass in, allowed Wiles to take a touch, and it was rifled home. And it was a fantastic move. And we deserved it. And I think at that point, I felt quite relieved because I was thinking to myself, it's the final 10 minutes of the game. How are we not winning this game? Yes, Barnsley did have the odd chance. I'm not saying it didn't, but we were pretty dominant throughout the game. So it would have been, if we would have drawn the game, it would have been, it would have felt like a loss because of how, we were the better side. Obviously, towards the end of the game, there were 5 minutes added on. Callum Marshall came off for Tom Lees a few minutes into that injury time. And then, of course, David Kasumu getting on the score sheet. And by the way, I'm going to get into the standout player in this game. I think everybody did their jobs, but Kasumu, just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. More on the goal. Trying to keep playing Barnsley's half. A poor defensive header dropped to Kasumu, who drills the ball past the goalkeeper's right side from long range. Really good strike. And we were talking about this before, weren't we, how Kasumu did need to kind of work on that kind of final bit to his game, where, that final ball through, or whether it's a shot as well, he has been quite wasteful. But in this game, it was fantastic to see him do that. But yeah, that was pretty much game, set, and match. And the full-time whistle, the referee shortly after blew his whistle for full-time. And it was a really good afternoon for us, wasn't it? Absolutely. It was a good performance. But most importantly, a huge win, as I was saying earlier. I think, and I think we deserved it. You don't always get what you deserve in football, do you? And I think, obviously, we got what we deserved here. So Wiles getting his 4th goal of the season. Kasumu made sure of the victory late on. Now, look, my overall thoughts on the game, like I said, it was a good performance from us, and we played some good stuff at times. And although some of our passes didn't land, what I like most is that grit and determination to win the ball back if we lost it. I think that was pretty evident, wasn't it? Put them under pressure as well a lot for the whole game. Also, we've talked about the tempo, haven't we, in recent weeks, how it's been so slow and laboured, but certainly our tempo was a lot better in this game. There were a few moments where we were messing around at the back again, which I just hate to see, because you're just risking you're just playing risky football here. But all in all, I think we played the ball forward a lot more. I think the Hodge and Kasumu combination, by the way, as well, in that midfield was perfect. It worked perfectly. And now, obviously, we're thinking to ourselves, that he potentially will be out for a significant amount of time. It just ruins that. But we're going to have to just wait and see what happens over the coming days, see what the diagnosis is of that injury that he picked up. But yeah, I think that combination was fantastic. I think they complement each other very well. And I liked how they linked up well together as well. So it was brilliant. And, we really did leave everything out there on the pitch, didn't we? And gave it everything. A performance full of passion, determination, and maximum effort, absolutely. And I think it was a game where we deserved 3 points against the Barnsley side, who offered very little and were quite poor. They were poor, to be honest with you. But we still played fairly well. I'm not going to get carried away by this victory, because at the end of the day, we played well, but we could have, it wasn't an amazing performance, but it was a really good performance. So we will absolutely take that from the rubbish that we've seen recently. And I think everyone, to a man, really played their part in this win, to be honest. I really do. And there is a few stand-up players I'd like to mention. But before we do that, let me just get to the chat, because I've missed a few comments. That Barnsley goalkeeper is the best keeper we've played against this season, hands down. Yeah, no, obviously he did cost quite a bit of money, didn't he, as well? I think it cost, I think it was 3 or 4 million, wasn't it, that he cost Barnsley. So, yeah, obviously he was a good keeper. He was a bit shaky with his distribution, though, wasn't he? When he was put under pressure, he just ended up slicing it out of play a few times in that match. So, but yeah, no, it was good. He's a decent keeper. Josh, I was at the match. All the council was shouting, yeah, and booing whenever we had the ball. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about that Jallo, aren't you? That dived in the penalty area. One thing I learned from Saturday is the real reason why Duff Hellick and Kane left Barnsley. Yeah, yeah. Barnsley fans are utter inbreds, throwing pyros and glass bottles at Huddersfield fans after he scored. Have you seen the video of that Barnsley bird trying to give it to town fans after he scored? Yeah, I did see that video actually. Yeah, I mean, yeah, very sore losers, aren't they? Very sore losers, like Aiden has said as well. So yeah, they are very sore losers. So yeah, you'd never like to see that. At the end of the day, we don't like to see that in football. There was no need for the Barnsley fans to behave like that in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, very, very. It's just not acceptable, and I think the sooner we cut down this behaviour, the better. But unfortunately, when football fans enter a stadium, they seem to think that they can act like absolute idiots, and I'm not sure, because they know they can get away with it, probably because I think, I'm not going to go on to another tangent here, but I just think the stewarding and and everything is just so weak in this country. It's not very good, and I think, yeah. So look, no need for that, and yeah, very sore losers indeed. But look, let's get back to the game. And I did say I do want to pick out a few standout players, even though the team as a whole played very well and everybody played their part. But obviously, there were a few outstanding candidates that played the best. Well, first of all, I do want to give a special mention to Jacob Chapman, actually, of course, our keeper, who has really been thrust into the spotlight, hasn't he? And I think he's, unexpectedly, by the way, anybody that doesn't know, he is our third choice keeper. And the fact that Nichols obviously got an injury, and then Maxwell is still coming back from a health issue, so he's got his chance. And I think he's handled it excellently, the way he's come in. I think it was a good performance from him. He didn't have much to do in the game, but when he did have something to do, he definitely did well. And I think also his distribution was fantastic as well. I was really liking the balls he was playing out to the wings, and he was finding his man more often than not. Okay, he didn't get everyone right, but every single time. He didn't get every ball right, but he did get the majority of them good. He commanded his box well, claimed the ball with promise a few times, and Barnsley did put the ball in. So yeah, and I think it's always nice seeing one of the academy lads get a chance to shine. And not only that, but also taking it with both hands and showing what they can do as well. Because the thing is one of those, isn't it, where we've seen it in the past where I think the last example we could think of is Ryan Schofield, who obviously was thrust into the spotlight, and he basically broke him because obviously he didn't start really well. He made some mistakes and then just escalated with more and more mistakes, and he never recovered from that. And obviously he's left the club now. So yeah, it's one of those. But Chapman seems very level-headed. He seems a really good keeper, and he seems a confident lad. And yeah, maybe this is a blessing in disguise that he's that he's being given this chance, because at the moment, I think if he continues the way he is, then he will stay in the goal. So yeah, but let's see what he can do. Let's see what happens with him. But standout plays though in this game certainly was, for me again, how good was Miller again? I think he was outstanding. There is a lot of great fullbacks in this division, but I think Miller is top of the pile in my opinion for being the best. Easily one of the best fullbacks in the league, no question for me. Does the basics perfectly, which is what you need, but also, he can be a man. His link-up play is excellent. I think he's one of the most creative on the pitch as well, and I think, he just offers so much. So yeah, no, he's been a revelation since coming. And to be honest with you, he's been that impressive that I always look for him on the team sheet every single week. The first player that I look for on the team sheet every week. So, yeah, what a player. But I thought David Kasumu, who of course picked up the player of the match, was fantastic in that midfield. He really was. He bossed it. He was everywhere. Like I say, putting in challenges, covering so much ground, mounting attacks as well, as we've said before. Also got the goal, which was a brilliant strike, and he deserved it. It was also his birthday, so got a goal on his birthday, but he also performed very well on his birthday, so big up to him. And I've already said before, I love the way he plays. I'm a big fan. I think we kind of maybe underestimated how big of a player he actually is for us, because obviously when he was out injured, we didn't really mention him as, we need to get Kasumu back, did we? But I think really we have to give him a bit more respect, because I think he, like I say, he's full of energy. He gets stuck into tackles, gets in players' faces, drives the team up the field as well, and when he can. So I think for me, he'd certainly deserve the man of the match, because I just think he was outstanding. And I think the midfield was sort of better, wasn't it, in this game? Wiles as well did better as well in this game. And like I say, Hodge was brilliant, and Kasumu, I think, was just the best of the three. Absolutely. Ian says, question for you, mate. Do you think Radulovic should get more game time to sample performance? Look, I said it before, and I'll keep saying it. For me, I think I want to keep him. I want to keep him in the side, absolutely, and I want to see him keep having the lead run a game, because we've seen it. He's got better each time he started. Each game he started. So I think we have to just keep putting him in there and seeing what he can do, because I'm going to touch upon Radulovic in a moment, actually, because I've got, whilst we I'm going to touch upon him now, actually, but yeah, I do think he should. Yeah, I think he should. Absolutely. Miller is the best fullback in the league. Been outstanding since he came in. Fuck knows where we would be if they hadn't got Pompey and getting him instead. I know. This makes you wonder, doesn't it? Who would we have got instead of him if we wouldn't have got him? Who knows? But yeah, no, look, he's been a revelation. I love him, and it's just the injury issues is the problem. But hopefully you can save it. But unfortunately, at the moment, it feels like our club is injury cursed again. I don't know what the medical department are doing. I'm not sure what. I just don't understand it. Why are we getting so many of these injuries? Not only just the slight niggles, it's like ruling out players for like 8 to 10 weeks. So it seems to be very severe injuries. So we've already had Nichols. Now, obviously, Helic, being ruled out for that amount of time as well. And now it looks like Hodge. Of course, we don't know yet. We haven't been confirmed yet, but it looks like he might be out for that amount of time. So it's just unforgivable. I wouldn't mind Bojan starting for tomorrow. Maybe he'll doubt to see if he can pick up some form and quality. Yeah, it's an opportunity tomorrow to obviously, maybe start some of the players that haven't had much game time. I think what you've seen in this trophy, I think you've seen Duff has always made significant changes in these games as well. So I don't expect any different tomorrow night. I think we'll obviously make 6, 7, 8 changes maybe. So yeah, there certainly will be a different lineup. But I am going to put the link in the chat. And whilst I do that, I'm going to go through the stats as well. But this is the calling part of the show, guys. So if you do want to come on and have your say on the match and anything, you want to discuss anything, please do join the discussion. You do need your camera on though to come on, guys. I'm not accepting anybody. I've learned my lesson from previous shows that I've done. I'm not, you need your camera on, because we just for safeguarding reasons. Now, joining the link. The link is in the chat, guys. If you do want to come on, you are more than welcome to do so. But yeah, let's have a look at the stats then for this game, because I thought, just take the comment off. So let's have a look at this thing. So possession, 57% we had. They had 43. We had 17 shots with 8 on target. They had 11 shots with only 2 on target. So they didn't offer very much, did they, at all? They weren't as good as what I thought they would have been. But having said that, I haven't really watched Barnsley much this season, so I wouldn't know. But I did expect a bit more from them, really, if I'm being honest. But no. They didn't offer anything really, did they? We had the 17 corners. I knew we had loads of corners. So the 17 corners, my goodness, to their 4. And of course, a few other stats there that we're not going to get into. But yeah, look, you can see the stats though, guys, that we dominated this game. And yeah, we fully deserved the win, absolutely. But yeah, I didn't want to touch upon Bojan as well. Like I say, he grew into the game, I think, in this game against Barnsley. I don't think he was the best to start with. You know, he wasn't winning many duels in the air. He wasn't putting himself about enough. When the ball would go towards him, he wasn't able to get it under control. But I think he did grow into the game, as I said. Really got into the game, was linking up with players nicely. You know what I mean? Putting himself about. He does look the fittest and sharpest he has been since joining the club. There's no question about that. Now, the next step is to keep improving his performances. But also, I think if he can get a goal, I think that will really help him and boost him up again. So, yeah, if he can get that goal, I think that will really help him. But the bottom line is, I'm not going to get overboard with this result. Yeah, of course, I'm happy that we're back to winning ways, and I'm not going to say I'm not, but we really do need to build on this result now, and we need to go on a winning run. Keep adding to the confidence as we go along. And you know, consistency is key, as the saying goes, and absolutely that's what we need. So it's a good stepping stone now. Whatever's happened before has gone. So let's just use what we did in the last game against Barnsley and move forward. Obviously, the international break coming up as well after tomorrow night's game. But yeah, I suppose it just allows. To be honest with you, though, it's just annoying there's another international break. You know, why is there so many international breaks in such close proximity? I'll never know. There's no need. But yeah, we've got an international break, so yeah. Josh says, how many points out of 15 do you reckon we are getting from our next 5? We have Bristol Rovers home, Wrexham away, Exeter home, Crawley away, Wycombe away. Good question. Look, I think at the home games we have to be beating Bristol Rovers and Exeter, so that's 6 points. Wrexham away. I mean, that could be any scoreline, couldn't it, really? Because Wrexham might be good going forward, but they also concede a hell of a lot of goals too. So that, you know, if it was a draw, I'd take that. So that's 7. Crawley away. Again, not an easy place to go. Promoted side. It's not going to be easy. I think we can win that game. So that's 10. And then Wycombe away again. I think there's no reason why we can't go there and win. But again, not easy. So 13 points out of 15, and we're going overboard here, guys. But just looking at those fixtures, they're quite favourable. But of course, you can't take anybody for granted in this league. Of course you can't, because if you don't turn up on the day, you get beat. It's as simple as that. And I think with us, you never know what you're going to get. So I would say if I estimated it, you know, 12 to 15, I think, yeah, between 10 and 15 points there's no thing there. To be honest, Josh, I think we have to take it one game at a time. Yeah, we don't get too far ahead of ourselves, do we? And yeah, you're right. We don't want to get too. It is best taking one game at a time. Hello, Doug. How are you doing? Welcome on in. How are you doing? And welcome into the stream. I hope you're well, mate. But look, I'm just the emotions right now is just relief that we won the game, and I think I'm happy we won the game, and I think I've kind of summed up how I feel at the moment. Kind of gone through the game. Any more final thoughts, questions? Feel free to get them in the chat, guys. But as I said, guys, if you do want to come on, the link is in the chat. So come on and have your say. Come and have a discussion about anything, really. This game. How do you think the season's gone, and anything really. So yeah, guys, if you want to come on, you are more than welcome. But of course, no pressure. You're on 10 likes now. Mate. Big up to everyone. 10 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Yes, thank you. It's my little lad's first birthday a year into family, which is bonkers. My goodness. Well, happy birthday to your little boy, and hope he's had a good day and you've had a good day together. And yeah, my goodness. I mean, I bet that's gone quick, hasn't it? Time is going so quickly, isn't it? To be honest with you, so it's mad. Are you still showing the fancy EFL team after every week? Good. You know what, Joshua? Thank you very much for reminding me about that, because I was actually going to do that this evening, but then I forgot to put the table up on the StreamYard so I can show you guys. But we will just go through actually whilst we end the show. Let's see how we're all doing in the fantasy. I've actually moved up to second, so I'm doing very well. And I've come storming through after having a slow start. But yeah, Josh is top. No wonder you wanted me to go through this, Josh. Josh is top with 501 points. Got 77 points for game week 9. Blooming heck, that is a good week for you. I am second with 480. And then in third place, D Mercer, 474 points, 38 points he got this week. I'm just going to go for the thing actually. Fourth, Luke has dropped down to fourth now with 468. Orest is 431, fifth place. Sixth, Jay Smith, 429. Ben is seventh with 427. I will put I will get the code up for you now, Josh. Hang on a minute. Eighth is A Richards, 404. C Sykes, 403. Ninth. And at the bottom of the pile at the moment, N Greenu, Bakile. I can't say his surname, so I'm going to call him by his team name, 357. So yeah, if you do want to join, then you can. I'm just going to get the, here is the code, B6PM1YOI. So if you type that in, you will obviously find us and join up. Yeah, that'd be good to get you on board, Josh. And anybody else that has their EFL fantasy, let me know what I'm talking about. If you want to join it, then there's the code. But yeah, I'll leave that out for a second. So anybody that does want to join, but look, with obviously a little kind of chat about the game tomorrow night, and obviously the EFL trophy. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not particularly fussed about this competition. I think it's just a bit of a... I don't know. Fans aren't really behind it, and I think, a lot of fans aren't really bothered about it. I think, the attendances reflect that as well. I expected, quite a number of changes. But yeah, we just have to wait and see what happens, I guess. But yeah. I've joined. Josh says I'm on 477 points. Oh, are you? So you might have overtaken. What points am I on? I've forgotten already, guys. Oh, I'm on 480, so can't see you in here yet. Might take a while to show. Yeah, it's not showing at the moment, but it is saying we've got 11 teams in, so it's gone up, but it's not showing you in the team. It might take a while to think. Karoma, of course, is going to be out for a month. Did I say that? I think I might have said that, to be fair. Well, I'm just all over the place tonight, guys, anyway, with all this. Josh said, don't think I will be doing this well. I thought we would do awful because I didn't know much. Sometimes, though, you don't really have to know much. I think sometimes if you pick the players that are doing well, it's just kind of common sense, isn't it, really? You can see what points each player's accumulated. And I think you just pick the best team you think will do well, and look at the table as well and look which players are up against each other. I think it's just about that, really. So I don't think you really need to know a lot about the league. But, yeah, you're doing well, to be fair. I'm going to enjoy watching Bradford getting battered tonight by Newport. Yeah, they're starting very soon, aren't they? You would be third. Just, yeah, it looks like he's going to be third, isn't he? Aiden says, who's bothered about a Minnie Mouse Cup? Don't get me wrong, I'll still watch it. It's still a team I love, but I won't be too disappointed if we get knocked out. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it, where, it's a football game. We want to win, but the reality is this isn't our priority. Of course, people will say, it's a chance to get to Wembley. But I just think a lot of fans feel the same way as what we all do. We don't really care about the competition. The league is the priority, and that's it. So, yeah. He will be on next game. Yeah, true. But I thought it'd still show Joshua. I thought it'd still show him in the table, even though he hasn't. Even though there isn't another game week yet. Joshua said, "Do research before each game, which must have helped." Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just have to do a bit of research, and that's how you've managed to get to the top of the pile. Count me as on 477. But yeah, so you're third then, Josh. So yeah, big up for joining. But look, I think we're going to leave it there in a moment. But any final thoughts, any final questions, feel free to get them in before we wrap up the show. But content coming up. There's going to be a break in live shows, to be fair, guys, to be fair. I'm going to do some videos, but I'm not going to do any live streams. We'll be back with live streams next week. Because like I say, obviously it's international break. I'm not, there's no real need. Unless I think of an idea that we can maybe do a live stream on, and potentially, but I'm going to do some prediction videos this week, and start those videos going again. And then I might do a match reaction video to tomorrow night's game as well. But don't count me on that one. And next week we'll be back to live. But of course, this is the final stream on StreamYard, because obviously I'm changing over to the new streaming service, because obviously it's just cheaper. After StreamYard decided to hike their prices up, which I'm extremely annoyed about because I love StreamYard, but I'm not justifying paying the increasing price for what they, they're just taking advantage of customers. So no, I've found a stream platform that will be exactly the same. That looks exactly similar. So yeah, we'll that is the next time I go live. We'll be on that one. But it shouldn't affect you guys. It should very much feel exactly the same. But for me, if there's any differences, it might take me a while to adjust. How did you think of this week? Only 44 points. Oh dear, we all have those weeks. hopefully I can stay consistent towards the end of the season. I know it's very early in the season. I may eventually fall off at the end of the season. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter where you are now. You have to keep it up, and it's very early on, and plenty more game weeks to come. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it all pans out. But we'll probably end it there. Doesn't look like we're going to get anybody on this evening. But if you do want to come on, guys, the link is in the chat. Just come on and have a discussion about town and how the season's going and what you think we can do. I've just put the link back in the chat again, guys, if you want to come on. But all 7 of you, make sure you do drop a like on the video if you can, guys. And subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. But also, make sure you're sharing it around to your friends and family and everybody. Let's try and get to 700. Like I said, we seem to be seems to have gone, like, there's no movement in the subscribers anymore. So, I'm kind of stuck at 692. So, yeah, hopefully. But yeah, join in the chats on the StreamYard via the link here. But we're going to wrap it up in a moment. Hopefully you enjoyed the show though tonight. Hopefully it's definitely been a happier stream, especially after the results. So we certainly need to build on it going forward though, that's for sure. Joshua's great stream. Big up, have a good rest of the evening. Big up to you, Joshua. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, I think that's it then. Hi Ryan, town played well Saturday. Yeah, look, Stuart, you have missed a lot of the show. You have missed a lot of what I said. But hello there. Obviously, you can rewind back and watch it. And if you can, guys, go back and watch the videos that you've missed, because I'm trying to get to 3,000 watch hours. I'm very close to 3,000 watch hours. And yeah, obviously it helps with the monetization of the show, of the channel, sorry, not the show. So yeah, but yeah, big up to Stuart. Yeah, we like I said, we played well. It was a much better performance, and we deserved the win. And yeah, but look, Stuart, if you do want to go back to watch the show, you can. But we're kind of wrapping up in a moment. You've caught us at the very end, unfortunately. And Aiden says, great live stream, mate, up the town. Yeah, big up to you, Aiden. Thank you, my wonderful mod, making sure everything's in working order in the chat. Absolutely. Big up to you, Aiden. And Stuart says, sorry, just picked up the app. No, don't be sorry. It's fine. No, absolutely. It's just bad time. Usually, though, just for future reference, I do usually go live between 6 and 7. So if it's not 6, it'll be 7. Then are the times I usually go. I don't usually tend to go any later. Sometimes I may go 8, but it's more or less 6 or 7 that I do my live shows. Start times. That's my start times. More often than not. But yeah, no problem at all. But yeah, guys, big up to everyone that's tuned in this evening. Thank you all for your support. Like I said, don't expect me to go quiet. There will be a few videos, but the live streams will be. I won't be doing any more live streams until next week now. And yeah, we'll get back to those next week, but we'll do a few videos in between that. And yeah, we'll see. But yeah, have a good rest of the evening, whatever you get up to. A fantastic win for the Terriers over the weekend as we beat Barnsley 2-0. A much-needed confidence boost. And a much-needed win, a boost for everybody, to be fair, the fans, everybody, the club. We needed it badly. And now it's about whether we can continue this consistent, when we can continue this consistency moving forward. I'm not getting carried away with one result. Let's keep this going. Of course, the international break doesn't help because now we're having to stop. But yeah, it's one of those things. We can't help that. But yeah, let's just keep getting the points up and going and being run ultimately. You can find me on my socials down below here, HGFTV8 on Instagram and Twitter, or X as it's formerly known now. But yeah, guys, have a good rest of the evening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support. If you're watching this on playback, let me know your thoughts in the chat. what you made of the game and anything else you want to say about the game. And if you want to talk about how the season started, feel free to get those comments in as well. Be good to hear from you all. But yeah, have a good rest of the week. Make sure you have that notification bell switched on, guys, for more videos. There will be some, probably do a match reaction tomorrow, as I said. Yeah, predictions. And yeah, we'll do a few videos before the next live stream. But yeah, anyway, take care, everybody. Have a good rest of the week. And as always, up the town. Let's keep building on this. Take care, everybody. And I'll see you all very, very soon.